Hi everyone, Principal Haven here. I'm really excited to be reading to you today. This is Ian's Walk, a story about autism by Lears, illustrated by Karen Ritz. It's the perfect day to go to the park and feed the ducks with my big sister Tara. Except my brother wants to come along too. Aw, Ian, why don't you stay here, I say. Ian doesn't answer me though, because he has autism. But he wraps his fingers hard against the screen and begins to whine. Oh, all right, Ian, I say. Can he come? I ask Mom. Says Mom. You'll need to watch him closely the whole time. Are you sure you want to do that? It's okay with me, I answer. And Tara nods. You hold his hand though, Julie, she tells me. Ian's brain doesn't work like other people's. Ian sees things differently. When we pass Nan's diner, Ian steps into the inside to watch the ceiling fan move in slow circles. He doesn't look at the waitress hurrying by with all kinds of sandwiches and ice cream. Let's get a soda, I say. But Ian keeps his eye on the fan until I pull him out the door. Ian hears things differently. When a fire truck rushes by with its siren wailing and horn blaring, Ian hardly seems to notice. But he tilts his head sideways and seems to be listening to something I cannot hear. Hurry up, I say, tugging his arm. Ian smells things differently. At Mrs. Potter's flower stand, I hold a bouquet of sweet-smelling lilacs up to Ian's face. Ian wrinkles his nose and turns away. But when we go by the post office, Ian puts his nose against the warm, gritty bricks and sniffs the wall. Stop that, I say. You look silly. And I yank him away before anyone notices. Ian feels things differently. At the pond, I pick up a soft feather and tickle Ian under his chin. He shrieks and pushes it away. But while Tara and I toss cereal to the ducks, Ian lies on the ground with his cheek pressed against the hard stones. Get up, Ian, I say, taking his hand. Someone might step on you. Ian tastes things differently. When we go past the food booths, Ian won't even look at the pizza, hot dogs, or soft pretzels, but he reaches into my pocket for the bag of leftover cereal. Tara and I don't want to eat cereal for lunch, I tell him. Come with us while we buy some pizza. But Ian won't budge. He munches the Power Pops one by one. Sometimes Ian makes me angry. I'll get the pizza, says Tara. You stay here with Ian, Julie. I sit down on the bench to wait. Sit beside me, Ian, I say. But Ian flaps his hands and pays no attention. At last, Tara comes back carrying 2 slices of gooey pizza. Where's Ian? She asks. I look at the spot where Ian was standing, but Ian is gone. My stomach does a flip-flop, and for a moment, I can't move. Tara runs to a lady. Have you seen a little boy in a blue shirt? She cries. The lady shakes her head. Perhaps he's watching the baseball game across the park, she suggests. But Ian does not like baseball. A man walks by with a little girl on his shoulders. "Have you seen a little boy who looks lost?" I say with a lump in my throat. "No," says the man, "but we're on our way to hear the storyteller. Maybe he's there listening to stories." But Ian does not like stories. Tara rushes off to look for Ian. I squeeze my eyes shut and try to think like Ian. Ian likes the balloon stand where the big machine hisses and stretches balloons into colorful bobbing shapes. He likes the water fountain where he can put his face up close and watch the stream of water gush past his eyes. Suddenly, the old bell in the center of the park begins to ring. Bong, bong, bong. And then I remember, Ian loves the bell best of all. I run full speed towards the bell, and there's Ian. He is lying under the bell, making the big gong move back and forth. I hug him tightly, even though he doesn't care for hugs. I see Tara near the swings and call to her. She rushes over, all out of breath, and puts her arms around us. "We'll walk home the way you like," I tell Ian. We stop at the pond and let Ian play with stones. He lines them up in a straight row along the edge of the walkway. I stand in front of him so that no one steps on his fingers. We walk right past Mrs. Potter's flower stand and stop at the post office instead. Ian sniffs all the bricks he wants, and I don't care who's looking. When Ian pauses at the corner and seems to be listening to something I cannot hear, we wait patiently, and I try to listen too. At Nan's Diner, Ian and I watch the fan until I'm dizzy. When we finally get home, I say, "It was a good walk, Ian." And just for a flash, Ian looks at me and smiles.